Hi everybody, it's Nicki here and I am back for another Manuscript Monday. As I said in a previous video, I won't be filming these every week, but I will film them whenever I feel I've got something of interest to tell you. And today is a big day because yesterday, I should say I'm filming this on the Thursday, ready for Monday, so yesterday on the Wednesday, I wrote the end on the first draft of my new MM paranormal novel. I'm gripping these tightly by my side because these are the books in which I've been scrawling my first draft. So I've completely filled this one and I've started on this one. I had to move on to a second one for the last few chapters. I'm really thrilled to have it down. As in the last video when I talked about this piece, I'll just reiterate and say that it's been an interesting one for me because usually my first drafts are pretty clean. I don't change a lot, I'll add to it, putting in some more world building, descriptions and things, but generally my first draft is how the story will stay. And that's different for this one because partway through, probably about 7-8 chapters in, I made a major change in where I was going to take the plot. And that is going to affect some of the earlier chapters as well as some of the stuff that I was continuing to write later. So it is going to need a pretty solid second draft, much more than I would normally have to do. I'm looking forward to doing that though because I think the change has really improved the story. I think it's going to work really well. I love the characters and I love the direction that it took in the end, but it does still need a bit of work. So what I'm planning to do at the moment, I don't think I'm going to get to a second draft this side of Christmas. I may, but it just depends what else I have happening during October essentially. So if I do, that's great. If I don't, then I will have it set aside and I'll be coming back to it in January, ready to really go ahead with a second draft. I am really looking forward to working on it, but I think a bit of distance will probably help as well because I'll come to it with fresh eyes again. And in the meantime, I am going to be doing a bit of design work. You may have already seen the family crest I designed for one of the characters in this story. I also have rough scrawls of some floor plans for some of the important locations, which I am going to tidy up and make neat versions of. And also there are a lot of sigils and glyphs that are important in the story, so I wanted to design some of those that they have to use in a spell that runs through the story. I need to design 9 of them, so I've got a note of a whole load of symbol meanings and I'm going to start sketching soon and put something together for those, just as a little bit of extra content. My aim is really to have this book finished and ready to submit by about the middle of next year, around June probably. So it's still going to be a little way off before you actually get to see it, assuming the publisher I'm going to send it to accepts it, of course. But I think it's going to be worth the wait. I think I need to spend this time just not fixing things, but just improving them. And now that the vision's absolutely clear in my head, I just need to make sure I go back through and check that comes across in the text, because as I said, there have been a lot of ups and downs and changing my mind about this and that. So I need to go back through and just make sure everything is still really fluid and that I haven't put something in that now doesn't happen and anything like that. And I also need to foreshadow a few of the things that I decided quite late on were going to happen, and I just want to put something in earlier to hint towards those. In the meantime, if I don't end up doing this second draft before Christmas, I am going to try and knock out a few short stories. There are 2, maybe 3 anthology calls that I'm looking at the moment. One of them has to be in during October, so I'm going to start thinking about that one first in the next few days. It's only a very short one, that one. So the other 2 I haven't got any solid ideas for yet, but I am going to mull them over in the next few weeks and see if anything good comes to me. I do also have plans for another novel, but I'm hesitant to start that at the moment because I don't want to get too involved with that until I've really started to iron out this one. I don't want to delay too much getting the ball moving on this one and getting it finished and ready to submit, so we'll see. But for now that's all. I may try and do one more Manuscript Monday for you in October, but only if I've got something worthwhile to say. So I will leave it there for now. Perhaps if I've done any of my little bits and pieces for this book, I'll share those. If you've got any questions, pop them below. As you all know, I'm a little bit secretive about my work until it's finished, but if there's anything you want to ask me, go ahead, and if I feel I can answer it at this stage, then I will. But I look forward to sharing more news with you soon. In the meantime, I'm just going to rejoice in my finished draft, and I will get back to work. I'll see you all again soon. Bye bye.